Right. From today we'll learn the topic Cucumber framework. Yesterday, finally, we concluded the map and note down the topic Cucumber framework. Cucumber framework. Listen. If you are really working on agile model, Scrum model projects, last 2 years in the industry, companies are using Cucumber framework. What actually this Cucumber framework? Before we talk about the Cucumber framework implementation, first let us have a small discussion once again on the Scrum model approach. You know, in the Scrum model, developers and testers, subject matter experts, all together as a one team working on a project testing. In waterfall model, we have a development team separately, QA team separately. Whereas in agile model, Scrum model, developers, testers, domain experts, Scrum master, all together working as small teams. So here, let's say there are about totally 40 requirements to be implemented in a product. Rather than making a very big schedule for implementing 40 requirements, 3-4 major business requirements considered to implement in one schedule, 1 week or 10 days of schedule. Let's say that is called what it is called? What it is called? Small schedules are called? Sprints. Let's say the first sprint is initiated, where the domain expert explain the requirements to the agile team. Developers and testers are listening the requirement. Once requirement, let's say 4 requirements planned to implement in the first schedule, first sprint. The 4 requirements are explained to the team members by the, product owner called business analyst. If they have any question, the BA will clarify their questions. Then, BA log off from the meeting, Scrum Master will come into the picture. How the work gets initiated in the Scrum model mostly? First, the Scrum Master will get the confirmation from the team or the 4 requirements are clear, whatever plan to implement. The team member said, yes, we are clear about the 4 requirements for development and testing. Now, let's say these people are developers and these people are testers. I'll ask the project lead, development lead, say morning one meeting organized, where the BA explain the requirements to the team members. Then Scrum Master will come into the picture. First, Scrum Master will ask the development team, you first come with a plan and approach, how you are going to implement the 4 requirements. Do not implement immediately. Come with a strategy, a plan and approach, how you are going to implement these 4 requirements. The same way the Scrum Master will ask the QA lead, test lead, you come with a plan and approach, how you are going to validate, test these 4 requirements. And also the time schedule will be given maybe in this way. Morning the meeting organized, Scrum Master asks the development lead and QA lead, you come with a plan and approach how to proceed further. Maybe the afternoon again, only a meeting organized between the Scrum Master, project lead, development lead and QA lead. In this meeting, the project lead will explain to the Scrum Master, this is how we are going to design the 4 requirements, development plan. Next 3 days or 4 days, this is how we are planning to develop the home page. This is how we are going to create the login section and other functionalities. How they plan to implement will be explained to the Scrum Master. Then QA lead need to explain to the Scrum Master, these are the test cases, this is our plan and approach of testing the 4 requirements. Here, for Scrum Master understanding say, for the other domain experts or agile team members understanding say, the QA lead will document the plan and approach in a very simple English. The QA lead will document the test plan, the plan and approach in a very simple English. This is how we are going to validate the home page. This is how we are going to validate the login section. This is how we are going to validate the recovery password functionality. In a very simple, understandable English, QA lead will document the plan and approach explained to the Scrum Master. Is Scrum Master given any updates or comments? Based on that, again, the plan and approach will be revised. Once the Scrum Master approves the plan and approach, which is made in a simple English, then the QA team implement the corresponding technical components. Here, for the Scrum Master understanding sake, for the domain experts understanding sake, for all Agile team member understanding sake, who do not know Java or Selenium, first, the test cases will be documented in a very simple English, like manual test case procedure. Explain to the Scrum Master, once it is approved, will Java can understand the English step? These English steps, test steps, documented in a simple English, converted into the technical components for execution. First, you have to document test cases, test steps in a very simple English. Explain to the Scrum Master, once it is approved, this will be converted into technical components, then only any programming compiler can execute it. There are three major steps involved in implementing Cucumber framework. The very first step, creating a feature file. What is creating a feature file? For every feature to be validated in a project, so for example, if you consider RHRM project, what is the first feature to be validated? Say admin login. We create a feature file, nothing but a very simple text file, where we document the test cases and test steps in a simple English. In order to create the feature file, we take the Cucumber plugin help. We install the Cucumber plugin into our Eclipse. In the Cucumber, we have an option of creating a feature file. For every feature planned to validate in our project, we create a feature file. In the feature file, we are going to document our test approach in a simple English. The first step, creating a feature file. Once the feature file is approved, second step, develop the appropriate technical functions. Develop the code units, methods. Next step, creating test case classes. First step, creating a feature file. Second step, creating appropriate methods. Third step, creating test case classes. These are the three major steps involved in Cucumber framework. In order to implement this Cucumber framework, you need to install the Cucumber plugin into your Eclipse. Then only you are allowed to create a feature file. You can make use of various Cucumber options for implementing the test cases. We create a Maven project. Whatever the libraries required for implementing Cucumber BDD framework, we update into the pym.xml. Then we create a feature file first. For each step present in the feature file, we develop the appropriate methods. Once all methods are created, we create test runner classes called test case classes. So make a short note about it. Cucumber framework is recommended. Cucumber framework is recommended for Agile model projects. The Cucumber framework is suggested for Agile model projects. For Agile model projects. Continuation. In this approach, at first we document test cases and test steps, test cases and test steps in simple English, demonstrated to the Scrum Master, Once this is approved, once these test cases are approved, we develop corresponding methods and test cases. We develop corresponding methods and test cases. Here there are three major steps involved. Continuation next paragraph. The following three major steps involved. The following three major steps involved in implementing a cucumber framework. Following three major steps involved in implementing cucumber framework. What are the steps? Step 1. Creating the feature file. The very first step, creating feature file. Take some short description about what actually creating a feature file. Take the notes about it. For every feature to be validated in our project, we create a feature file. For every feature to be tested, validated in a project, we create a feature file where we document test cases and test steps in simple English. Where we document test cases, test steps in simple English. Actually, Cucumber provided an option to create a feature file. It's a very simple text file, similar to the simple notepad file, where we are going to document our test approach in a simple English. Once this approach is approved, then we convert the English steps into corresponding technical components. Step 2. Creating step definitions. Creating step definitions. So what is creating step definitions? Make a note of it. For each step present in the feature file, for each test step present in the feature file, we develop a method. We develop a method with appropriate code. So for every step available in the feature file, we create a function with appropriate code. Step 3. Creating test case classes. In Cucumber terminology, test case classes are generally called test runner class. Creating test runner class. Creating test runner class. Nothing but test case class. In Cucumber terminology, we use a word called test runners. Make a note what exactly it is. For each test case, we create a separate test case class. We create a separate test case class using various Cucumber options. Let's see how these steps can be implemented. For implementing this Cucumber framework, first we need to create a Maven project. Why to create a Maven project? I can also create a Java project, but all the libraries one by one we have to associate. Instead, yesterday we concluded the best approach. We can create a Maven project which comes with the XML file called, what is the XML file name? pym.xml. Whatever the APIs required for the code implementation, we have to associate into the, update into the pym.xml in terms of dependencies. Then we have to install the Cucumber plugin into your Eclipse. The Cucumber plugin provided various Cucumber options, also creating a feature file. Using Cucumber plugin options, we can implement the code. TestNG framework, code is implemented using TestNG features. In Cucumber framework, we implement the code using another Java API called Cucumber, hence people call it as Cucumber framework, Cucumber approach. Make a note of this. In order to implement Cucumber framework, we need to install Cucumber plugin. We need to install Cucumber plugin in Eclipse. We need to install Cucumber plugin into Eclipse. Then, after installing Cucumber plugin, then create a Maven project. And update required dependencies. In pym.xml. Update required dependencies in pym.xml. First, you need to install the Cucumber plugin. Then you need to create a Maven project. Update the required dependencies into the Maven project, that is in the pym.xml. So here, what are the various dependencies required for Cucumber framework implementation? Make a note of it. Dependencies required for Cucumber framework implementation. So what are the various dependencies required for Cucumber framework implementation? You know, when you create a Maven project is basically a Java project. So you need to update the dependencies, Selenium dependency, then either JUnit or TestNG, that is your choice, not the both. But here I would like to teach you even JUnit. First, I'll explain how to execute the Cucumber test cases using JUnit and also using TestNG. As it is a training, I'm explaining the two options. But in real time, either JUnit or TestNG, not the both. JUnit or TestNG. Then the Cucumber for Java, the Cucumber for JUnit. If I'm going with JUnit, Cucumber for JUnit. If I'm using TestNG, the Cucumber TestNG. And Cucumber extend reports. Apache file not required. Because in the Cucumber, there's a ready-made feature called data table, which is used to run the data-driven test cases. And there is a ready-made feature available in the Cucumber for executing data-driven tests. We do not require Apache file. In hybrid framework, to access the data from Excel, sheet, we need Apache file. In Cucumber framework, there is a ready-made feature available in the Cucumber for implementing data-driven test cases called data table or data container. We maintain the data within the Cucumber data container, not in Excel sheet, so we do not require Apache file separately in the Cucumber implementation. So list out these are the APIs required for Cucumber framework implementation. Selenium, either JUnit or TestNG, not the both. But as it is a training, to explain you how to run the Cucumber test cases using JUnit, also using TestNG, I'm going to associate the both. Cucumber for Java, Cucumber for JUnit, or Cucumber for TestNG. If I'm going with JUnit, Cucumber for JUnit is enough. If I'm going with TestNG, then Cucumber for TestNG is enough. Cucumber extend reports. The last one is not mandatory, but I would like to teach you how to generate some advanced reports, very rich format of the test reports using a plugin called Cucumber extend reports. So once again, first we need to install Cucumber plugin. Then create a Maven project. Add required dependencies. Add required dependencies to the Maven project. Let's see. These are the dependencies required. Let's do it. In my system Eclipse, already Cucumber was installed. If anybody shared the screen, we'll explain how to install the Cucumber into your Eclipse. Yes. Now I'll share your screen.
Sure, sir.
You know, if you want to install any plugin into the Eclipse, same procedure. Install Cucumber plugin Nawaz. Help, Eclipse Marketplace. Type the plugin you want to install. Find the plugin you want to install first. Install the plugin. Confirm. A very simple plugin it is. It is asking a security alert. You are installing a third-party software or you want to continue? Yes. The Eclipse will restart. So now just I have demonstrated how to install the plugin. Now I'll stop screen sharing. From here I'll continue. Thank you. So what is the first step now? Already Cucumber is available in my Eclipse. Now what I have to do? Create a new Maven project. Create a simple Maven project. Group ID, your website URL actually. com.qtech. The artifact ID, nothing but your project ID or project name. I'm giving a name like RNHRM underscore Cucumber. Finish to continue. You please observe in my system very quickly it was created because everything is available in the local Maven repository. Otherwise, if first time you are doing it, it will take some amount of time to build the workspace. What is called building workspace? What is building workspace? It will download the necessary plugins for developing the code into your local machine, gets associated. Every Maven project you have created comes with an XML file called pym.xml. Here it is. Every Maven project you create comes with an XML file called pym.xml, project object model.xml. Here you need to update the required dependencies. Hope you remember. Dependencies. You need to add the required dependencies inside the dependencies. Here I listed what are the dependencies we need. First I wanted the Selenium. So what to do?
Maven repository.
Maven Cloud Repository, mvnrepository.com. Just a second. I think yesterday only one more new plugin is updated here. AWS for Java. See, this is the advantage of the Java. Every company will create plugins for Java. AWS Software Development Kit for Java. Okay. I wanted the Selenium Java. I recommend go with the very stable version 3.14.1.59. Copy the dependency information here. Actually, this line is a comment section. You can remove or you can keep it. Now I have updated Selenium dependency. When I save this, immediately Selenium gets associated to the project. We no need to associate any external resource manually. Properly, you need to maintain your dependencies. Rest, Maven will take care, downloading and associating. In future, I want to go with the other version of the Selenium. Only we have to update the version number here, that's it. Yesterday we observed it. Right. I need JUnit, TestNG. Actually, either JUnit or TestNG, not the both. As it is a training, I'm updating the both. Otherwise, what I will do, first I go with only JUnit. Further, I'll update with the TestNG. JUnit. I'll go with this one, 4.1.2 something. For latest version also you can take nothing down. I'm using very stable versions, that's it. I have added JUnit dependency. JUnit is associated to your project. Cucumber for Java. You can go with the website cukes.info or cucumber.io, anything will go. I'll go with this, 1.2.5. So whatever the Cucumber Java version we are using, Cucumber Java version you are using, same version of the Cucumber JUnit you have to use. Cucumber TestNG we have to use. So what is the Cucumber Java version I'm using here? 1.2.5. So this Cucumber JUnit or Cucumber TestNG, you have to use the same version. I'm not associating TestNG temporarily. I have to associate now Cucumber for JUnit. From the same site, cukes.info, or you can take from cucumber.io. Same 1.2.5 version, whatever the Cucumber Java version I use. So Cucumber JUnit also use the same version. Cucumber for Java, Cucumber for JUnit. Temporarily, I'm skipping the TestNG. Further, we can go with the TestNG. And also, I am associating extent reports. Actually, here we have associate to extent reports and Cucumber extent reports. The first one, extent reports. Any version you can take. Any version you can take, no issue. Three point 1.0. It is just extent reports. Also, we need to associate Cucumber extent reports. Extents report. Cucumber extents report. Actually, the spelling perfect we have to give. The first one. The same 3.1.0 I have downloaded. Coming to reports. Actually, this last two is not mandatory. I'm trying to explain you very advanced, rich format of the reports. There's a plugin available, reporting plugin available for Cucumber. Though you are not associating these two, test cases will run, reports will be generated, JUnit will generate a report, TestNG will generate a report. But you wanted test reports in very advanced format like this. Actually, this is extends report plugin. If you want to generate this kind of rich format of the reports, you need that extend reports plugin. You see. So I have associated the required APIs. As of now, TestNG, Cucumber TestNG was not associated. Okay, done. So we created a Maven project and have updated the required dependencies. Right. Now let us proceed with the technicals now. I said there are three major steps involved in Cucumber framework implementation. What is the first step? Online team, what is the first step? Creating a feature file. What is that? What is the feature file? For every
Documentation in simple English.
For every functionality you plan to test in your project, for every feature you plan to test in your project, we create a separate feature file using Cucumber plugin. Let me do that. In our project rnhrm_cucumber, first I want to validate a feature, admin login. Then I want to validate another feature, employee registration. I want to test another feature, user registration, employee login. Definitely we are going to create multiple feature files, not just one file. I given some short description. Try to read it out. For every feature to be tested in your project, we create a separate feature file where we are going to document the test procedure in a very simple, understandable English. So what I will do, definitely for one project, we are going to create multiple feature files. Correct? For every feature to be tested, we need to maintain a dedicated feature file. Here I am creating one. Oh, okay. In this project, I'm creating a folder to maintain all my feature files. What is the folder name? Feature files. Earlier we created keyword files, data files, something like this. In this folder, you are going to maintain all your feature files for your project. How to create a feature file here? Right click on your folder where you want to save your feature files. New file. New file. We are creating a new file. Give the name for the file. Some name for the file. Say admin login. Primary name can be anything. Admin login or EMP login, whatever. Secondary name must be dot feature. FEATURE. Feature should be the extension. Dot feature is the extension for Cucumber feature files. When I give the extension dot feature, automatically Cucumber feature file template will be created. This template, this feature file created by the Cucumber plugin, see it's Cucumber icon actually, small green color Cucumber icon. I created a feature file with the name admin.login.feature. Cucumber will generate a feature file template. This template. This is what I said, data table. You no need to access the data from Excel sheet. You no need to create any for loop. Whatever the combinations you want to use to execute the test case, you document here. Automatically, Cucumber will read the data and execute. For that reason, we do not require Apache Py in Cucumber. So as of now, what I did, I created a feature file. This template generated by the Cucumber. What is hash symbol? What is hash symbol in Cucumber feature file?
Comment section.
Commenting a line. It's a commenting a line. In Cucumber feature file, if you want to comment any line, we can use hash before the statement. All this is comment section. Automatically, Cucumber generating the feature file template. The top section, whatever we are seeing, is a comment section. There are many keywords used here. Tag name, feature, scenario, given, and when, scenario outline, examples. What actually all these keywords are explained in this comment section. How to write a feature file. The keywords, what are the keywords you have to use to write a feature file? Explained in this comment section. Author, your name. Your name, who created the feature file. Keyword summary. Whatever the keywords available in the template, all keywords are explained here. Below the keyword summary. Feature. What is this feature? List of scenarios. The scenario. What is the scenario? A business functionality to be tested with a set of test steps and input data. What is given? It is used to specify a test step with a precondition. When? It is used to specify a user action. Then it is used to specify the expected outcome. And can be used with any other keyword combination. Leave all this stuff. Okay. Scenario outline. It is used for data-driven testing. Examples is a data container. Placeholder, nothing but the field name. First one. Don't worry, I'm going to explain all this stuff. I remove the comment section. I removed all the comment section because I'm going to explain you all of these keywords. Here we write the title of your feature to be validated. You tell me what you want me to write here.
Admin login.
In login.
Admin login.
Login.
Perfect. This feature file I am creating to validate admin login functionality. Feature admin login. It is the title of the feature. You can give some description of the feature here. You can describe the feature here. It's optional. You can remove this also. Or put it. I want to use this template to check admin login. This feature file template I want to use to verify admin login functionality. Giving description is not mandatory, optional, we can leave it. We can remove it also. Like, it is like name, course name, Selenium. The description in this course, this thing be learned, something like this. We'll talk about the tag names after we implement some code, where you will get more clarity about what is the purpose of the tag name. Title of your test scenario. A given line. First, I want to check admin login with valid inputs. Title of your scenario outline. It is used for implementing data-driven testing. I'll do one thing. As it is a learning step by step, I want to go so that you get more clarity. Temporarily, I remove the second scenario. I remove the second scenario. Further, we'll implement. First, understand the concept at least for one scenario first. Tomorrow, you implement second scenario, data-driven scenario. Here, there are some keywords here. Given, when, then, and. Actually, Cucumber uses a language called Gherkin language. These are called actually Gherkin language keywords. Cucumber uses a language called Gherkin. Given, when, then, all these are Cucumber language keywords. A Cucumber is a software tool that supports behavior-driven development framework. Gherkin is a language used in the Cucumber. This given, when, then, and all are called Gherkin language keywords. They are used to specify document your test procedure. Given, it is used to specify, write a test step with a precondition. When, it is used to specify a user action. Then, it is used to specify the expected outcome. And it is used to repeat the previous action. Better you make a note of it. Creating feature file. Creating feature file. Creating feature file. Take some short note. I am repeating one statement here. A feature file is a simple text file. It's a simple text file created using Cucumber plugin. Created using Cucumber plugin. Created using Cucumber plugin. Where we write test steps. Where we write test steps in simple English using Gherkin language keywords. Using Gherkin. What's spelling? Gherkin language keywords. Gherkin language keywords. So what are these Gherkin language keywords? You see what are the keywords we have observed here. Given, when, then, and. Let me explain what are these keywords. Take the first one, given. Given. It is used to specify a test step. It is used to specify a test step with a precondition. It is used to specify a test step with a precondition. So for example, we write, supposing I am writing test procedure to validate admin login in RNHRM. The first step I will write in this way. I open browser with this URL, that is a precondition. I open the browser, a step. What is the application URL? rnhrm.qatech.com. That is the precondition to open the application here. This step I associate with a keyword called given. It is used to specify a step with a precondition. Take the next one. When. Listen. When I am teaching, what is the action here? Teaching. Generally English, when we use when to say some action, correct? When I do this, then I should get it. When I do this, then I should get it. When used to specify a test step. When I enter a username, when I enter a password, when I click login button, then I should see admin module. When used to specify a user action, then used to specify the expected behavior of the system. Note on this. When it is used to specify a user action. It is used to specify user action. It is used to specify user action. Next one. Then. It is used to specify expected outcome. It is used to specify expected outcome. It is used to specify expected outcome. There's one more keyword left in, and. You tell me what is and here generally? I perform action 1, and I perform action 2, and I perform action 3. And can be used with any Gherkin keyword combination. Given condition 1, precondition 1, and precondition 2. When action 1 and action 2. Then I should get it, and also I should get it. And can be used with any keyword combination to repeat the same action. Check out this one here. Given a step with a precondition and some other precondition. Here unmeaning here unmeaning. Given it is used to specify a precondition and one more precondition. Here and is equal to given. Agreed? Instead of again I am writing given and. Here and is equal to given now. When action 1 and another action, and one more action. Here and is equal to when. So here, then I should get this outcome and also some other outcome. And can be used with any Gherkin keyword combination to repeat the previous step. Note on this, and can be used with any Gherkin keyword combination and can be used with any Gherkin keyword combination to repeat the same step. Right. Now here, I'm removing actually Cucumber generating a template. You can update the template as you require. Like in Microsoft Excel, we have a template, ready-made templates. We can modify as you require. Right. Now here I am writing a scenario. Steps for a scenario, check admin login with valid inputs. You tell me so that I'll write. What do you want me to write first? Given some precondition, I open the browser
With correct
with URL. Generally, in the test step, when you put something inside the double quotes, it will be considered as input data, test data. rnhrm.qtech.com. I open browser with this URL, rnhrm.qtech.com. This is the precondition. Tell me, what do you want me to write?
When.
and
And why? And here, for your understanding purpose, there is a previous template. According to your test steps, we have to use appropriate keywords. Step 1, I open the browser with this precondition, URL, rnhrm.qtech.com. Then, what is expected?
Login
I
page.
should see login page. So we can use a word either I or we. Why I am writing I is, most we write I in real time. This is what I am going to explain to my Scrum Master. I document this. I'll demonstrate the same to the Scrum Master. I'll explain this way to my Scrum Master. So when I open the browser with this URL, then I should see this. When I enter username, I enter password, I click submit, I should get this. Here I use a word I for demonstration purpose. We can also use a word we, but mostly we use I. When I do this, I should get this. This is a template generally demonstrated to the Scrum Master. Your Scrum Master approved the test procedure. These you convert into corresponding technical code. Only Scrum Master demonstration purpose, other Agile team members understanding purpose, what is our plan and approach of testing. First, we document our test approach in a simple English like this. I should see login page. Tell me now, what next? You know about RNHRM admin login.
When
And meaning previous step, expected. When, tell me, I enter username as, for example, admin. When I enter password as this, when I click login. You can write like this. Is repeating when. What I can do here alternatively? In
And.
place of when I can do, what I can do?
And.
And I can use here. Here and meaning when. What is the previous keyword here? When. When action 1, and action 2, and action 3. If I write and here, if there is one more expected outcome, I should see login page and also I should see something. Then I use and here. Right. Tell me what next. Yes, online team members.
Then.
sir.
Then
Home page.
write any way you can write. In a simple English, understandable English, any way you can write.
I should see home page.
1 second. I should see
Home
Admin
page.
module.
Admin login.
Admin module.
admin module. Already we are logging as admin. When I enter username, password and click login, I should see admin module. Then continuation. We have written up to only I should see admin module. Complete the remaining step. We have to click the logout and close the browser.
When I click on logout,
When I click logout,
I should see, then I should see login
I
page.
should see login page.
Login page.
Already it is there here. Then I should see login page. Lastly, I close the browser. Like this, we write the test procedure. This you explained to our Scrum Master. He said, yes, go ahead. Now for every step present in the feature file, you need to create appropriate technical code, appropriate technical function. Please confirm it is understood.
Yes.
Better you note on this part. To understand in the notebook, you can make a note of it. Anyhow, I'll upload the code, you can make a note of it. A sample feature file. A sample feature file for admin login. Note on this portion. A sample feature file for admin login in RNHRM. You take this as it is.
Sir, instead in line number 15, can we use then instead of when?
What is then? Then used to mention expected outcome. When used to specify an action. We are closing a browser.
Okay, sir.
We are performing an action that is closing a browser. We have to use when. Finish. That done? You understood this first step actually? How to write the procedure like this? Okay. You do one thing. Take this small assignment. Create a feature file. Create a feature file and prepare test steps for new employee registration in RNHRM project. In RNHRM project. First you do this. Take 5 minutes. You know about the navigation of the new employee registration, right? You know, right? New employee registration in RNHRM. You write the entire steps because this I have demonstrated. You write it. First you write it, then I will write it. Venkat, stop recording for next 5 minutes. I will write, you have a check. I'm creating another feature file here. We should not update in the same feature file. For every feature, we need to create a separate feature file. I'm giving a name that employee.feature. Employee.feature. I remove all this comment section. First title of your feature. Tell me. Employee registration or new employee registration, anything will go. I want to use this template to check new employee registration. Okay. Here we have to write the procedure. The title of your scenario. Check new employee registration.
With required inputs.
With valid data or valid inputs or whatever it may be. Then here is our more concentration. First, given, I open browser with the URL rnhrm.qatech.com. Then I should see login page. When I enter username as admin and I enter password as QH123 shift 123 and I click login. Then I should see admin module. From here, tell me, when
I click on PIM.
Okay, I click PIM.
Then
And I click
Click on add employee.
add employee. You can write like this or same I'm writing in this way. When I go to, but I suggest actually it is case sensitive while writing the code. Add employee page. I go to add employee page, or I go to new employee registration page, anything. After going to add employee page, what we will do? I enter first name as some name, and 1 second, and I enter last name as, Demo is your last name? Hmm? And I click save. Then I should see the registered employee in the employee details table, correct? I should see registered employee in employee list or something like this, whatever. I should see registered employee in employee list. When I click log out, then I should see login page when I close browser. Only here once again I demonstrated how to write the test steps in the feature file. Hope you understood this. So here whatever the way you write, nothing wrong. Accordingly, tomorrow you will understand it. Whatever the way you write here, same you are going to copy into the function actually. This can be anything. I should see employee registered successfully, also you can write, nothing wrong. We are going to create a method. Every method should be associated with the step description. When we create the methods, you will understand it. So till now it's clear, right? Online team, please confirm till this point is clear, right, in Cucumber?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Still, first we'll go with one scenario. Further, I'll update data-driven scenario. Check login with invalid input. For data-driven testing, I have removed some second tag, right? Scenario outline, example data. First, we'll understand one approach. First, one scenario. The entire Cucumber framework implementation for one scenario. Then I will add data-driven scenario to the same feature file. Okay? I conclude here today, and tomorrow we'll continue the discussion that how to develop the code for these steps, how to write the code for this step, and how to create a test case class. Soon after one scenario is finished, I'll add data-driven test case to the same scenario. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Sir,
Thank
excuse
you,
me.
online team. We'll continue tomorrow.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
I'm getting an exception in Eclipse, sir. I have contacted support team, but they have no idea about that.
What is that exception? Error code?
Null point error I am getting, sir.